Hey, everybody, my name's Eric Hopkins, and welcome to the Three Star Podcast. We had a little mishap with our show tonight. After recording the show for the review of night 2 of NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver, I went to save the video and accidentally deleted everything we talked about. I was able to recover the audio from this show, so that's what you're about to see here on the YouTube channel. I apologize for not having video for this review, but we should have everything restored by tomorrow night for the SmackDown review and for the WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2 review. So I hope you'll forgive us our apologies, and thank you for understanding as we go through these technical difficulties. So thank you so much, and enjoy the show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Three Star Podcast. We are here and we are going to be reviewing night 2 of NXT Takeover Stand and Deliver. We'll start out with a little bit of pre show action. I may have to click
I didn't
this
see the
out.
pre-show.
Oh, yeah?
Nope.
No, you didn't
Even though
see it?
there was one.
I
Yeah,
got home before or while that was happening, so I didn't get a chance to see it.
The pre-show match was Breezango versus Drake Maverick and Killian Dane for the number 1 contendership for the NXT Tag Team Championships. I thought this. Who won?
Yeah, who won that shit?
Well, I actually thought it was a fun little match. They, Breezango come out dressed like pirates, kind of like Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean. Tyler Breeze actually wrestled most of this match with his jacket on. But it was a good back and forth and everything. And then Dane and Maverick defeated Breezango to win the number 1 contendership. And it was funny because Drake Maverick went for like a high five, and Killian Dane just looked at him like, I ain't doing that. So he picked him up and just power bombed him on top of Fandango and just let him lay on him for the cover. So that was kind of a fun little ending. But
there you go.
Yeah, it was fun for a pre-show match. But the first match on the main. Oh, I guess should we talk about the Poppy, rock song she did there for Stand and Deliver?
Oh, yeah, I didn't know who the hell that was.
Didn't she like? I don't want to say she might have did it. I want to say
she's done one before.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All I know is I was like, girl wailed, man. It was great.
She had a set of pipes on her.
Yeah.
Like, who is this woman?
I was like, sweet. But anyway,
I just didn't know who she was.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good little intro, I thought. It definitely had Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Triple H written all over that because he loves that rock type music and all that stuff. Yeah. All right, so the first match of the night was the NXT Cruiserweight Championship ladder match for the undisputed Cruiserweight title, with Santos Escobar defending his title against Jordan Devlin, who also defending his title. So what did you guys think about this match?
Didn't see it.
Okay.
I couldn't get logged in time.
No. Well, I thought it was a good little, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't super impressed with it because, to Tony's credit, this was very spot festy. This was, they didn't even try to hide the fact that the referees were holding ladders. I mean, they were shooting them. I mean, I don't know. To me, it just looked very hit your move. Because some of the stuff we've talked about before. And, I mean, I don't know. It was okay, I suppose, for an opener.
Here's the thing I didn't like. The interference.
Yeah.
Everything was going well, I guess, up until that point, and it was like, all right, well, that's how we're ending this shit.
Well, my biggest problem with the interference was Legado del Fantasma came out to attack Jordan Devlin, and they laid him out, or they knocked him off the ladder over the top. He goes to the outside, crashes and burns. Then they lay him out by throwing him into the stairs. And literally, by the time Fantasma got up the ramp, Devlin was back in the ring throwing ladders. It's like you weren't even down for more than a minute tops.
Yeah.
Well, my thing was that was a dangerous ass bump. When they came out there and pushed him off that ladder, he went, man, that was nasty. The match under-delivered, in my opinion.
Got out a little bit there, Tony.
Can't hear you. I can't hear you. Can't hear you at all.
I can edit all
It just felt like they did not.
Bruh, you got to
any
say that again.
Yeah. We'll edit this, but that's right. Say it again.
I didn't think it was super spot heavy, but the spots they had were not good. They did not gel. I feel like they had no chemistry together. I think they under-delivered.
Yeah, I can agree with you on that one.
Yeah, I can too. I mean, I don't know. I just wasn't super impressed. What do you think, Damon? Anything in particular?
I didn't see it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Dude,
I mean,
that was my bad, man.
Santos Escobar defeated Devlin to win the NXT Cruiserweight title. I mean,
It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. You know what I mean? Especially from Jordan Devlin. It was what it was, I guess, at the end of the day.
I mean, from the way you guys are describing it, it sounds like it wasn't a typical NXT match.
It was underwhelming. And like I said, the interference was like, why though?
to me, literally every match on the night one card was better. I'll say that.
Than that one, yeah.
Yes, this, yes.
Even
But I mean,
typical
Then we're
done match opener, for opener was better than this one.
Yeah, I'll agree with that too. Absolutely.
Just
are they
from
trying to
how
be the next,
NXT is-
fucking Dark Order.
I have no idea, dude. It was fucking weird. I was like, what?
With the kid at the end, they put the mask on him. It's like,
Yeah, I don't know
what
what
is
the
this?
kid. Yeah, was that
Yeah,
Escobar's
AEW's
son or
gimmick.
something?
Yeah, isn't he supposed to be a heel too? And then all of a sudden we're supposed to boo him with he's standing there with a kid. It's like that's not.
Yeah, with his father of the year. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if that works, but I mean, and he might be the right call. I heard a lot of people talk like maybe Devlin should have been the one to win, but I don't know if that would have been better or not. But
There was just a lot wrong with this one.
yeah, I mean, it could have been better, but hey, it's the first match. I thought the show drastically did improve. The second match we were going to go over here is the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. Shotzi Blackheart, Ember Moon defending their titles against The Way. Yeah,
It's another one that, like, if you look at it, it should be good, but for whatever reason, it didn't hold a candle to the women's match from last night.
no.
Agreed.
Looked like a hot
The
topic
hell?
battle royal.
yeah.
Looked like a hot topic battle royal.
Yeah, and then the
Fair
spot
enough.
where she went for the eclipse or whatever,
Mhm.
you missed it.
Luckily, the camera did do their zoom in and out, and I think it covered a lot of it, but it looked like she almost completely whiffed on it.
Yeah.
And then there's that little dance move she was doing with just the wiggling and shit.
I
and
didn't
then the
see
cross
that. So, like, I have no idea what you're talking about on that one.
She went all,
Oh.
and she even said it. It was like she did a little dance move, and then cross chopped and said "suck it" before hitting a move, and I was like, "The fuck."
That was for Road Dogg because Road Dogg.
Okay, that makes a little sense.
Okay.
Notice she was throwing her punches like Road Dogg throws
Oh,
punches. And then
Okay,
okay.
see, I didn't pick up on that.
I didn't see that. I didn't see it, so I had no idea what it
I didn't pick up on that.
was. He said,
The one thing I noticed, and again, I wasn't trying to really notice, but Ember Moon kept showing a lot of backside. It was like it was like she was wearing them low rise, tights or whatnot. It's just
Are you
like,
seen ass crack once. That was about it.
well, it looked like it was, yeah.
well, apparently he was looking for it.
I'm just saying, I just happened to notice
Man,
a couple
got
spots. I'm like,
Got that
Man.
jungle fever.
Circle fever. Anyway,
Should we mention the fact that they almost killed Shotzi Blackheart too?
Oh yeah.
Suicida.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Same face, Mrs. Dick Face did not catch her. They just
It was not. Yeah.
almost died.
There was things in this one that it just, again, if you look at it looks good on paper, but for whatever reason, it did not go as planned.
Well, and the worst part about that double eclipse that she tried to pull off, it was direct setup for the diving senton from
Mhm.
to get the
Shotzi.
win. So
Gotcha, yeah.
it was the finish of the match. If it wasn't that, it might not have been as noticeable as well. But all right, so we'll move on past this one, and we'll get into the NXT North American Championship. Johnny Gargano defending his championship against Bronson Reed, who won the gauntlet match last night to get this shot. I
My
thought.
favorite match.
Bronson Reed should have won.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony was the only one out of us to correctly predict this. So
I know.
yeah,
I know.
he let him live
But
that.
but even he said, "I hope I'm wrong."
Right, yeah. We were chatting before the match that he didn't like what Gargano's face he did.
And again, it
He
really
constantly
wasn't
looks like he
that
had to shit himself. Like I did shit myself. That's like what
Every
the
time.
fuck?
every time.
Got like the fucking the emotional range of a fucking cucumber.
Okay, hold on, real quick, Tony. I've known you for over at this point now almost 20 years. right? Yeah, that's about right. What is your hatred for Johnny?
How long you got?
Where does it come from, man? Because like I remember going to the shows in Cleveland with you and watching them, and it didn't seem like you had this kind of animosity. So what happened?
Whoa! My cinnamon Teddy Graham.
Bro.
No. I've never liked Johnny Same Face. The motherfucker, just like I said, he has the emotional range of a fucking quadriplegic, and Stephen Hawking could do better at selling and emoting than Johnny Same Face.
Don't be surprised if this doesn't get taken
The
down.
guy that we're gonna have on in a few weeks, Thomas Adams actually wrestled Johnny Same Face, so you guys can talk to him about that and whatnot.
Okay.
And yeah, so
Little
I
plug
just
there.
I just don't like overhyped. God, everyone's like he's the next Shawn Michaels. No, he's not. I mean, unless you
I never
consider
said
his
that,
receding hairline, that's the only thing they got in common.
Yeah, I wouldn't go so far as the next Shawn Michaels, but I do think
God, no.
Yeah, he's a good talent for NXT for sure. I don't
Damn.
think he'd make it very long at all in the main roster.
Little
They had him on there for like a
loser.
week.
Yeah,
with
and
Ciampa, then Ciampa got injured and he went right back down.
Which was a godsend to both of them, I think. I think it saved both
yeah.
their. Now, I'm not saying Gargano couldn't make it if he was booked properly, but I don't have faith in him to do that.
Damn.
No.
So,
He said that.
hey, I'll just say it like I feel, man.
That shit from the heart.
Yeah,
He said
yeah.
that.
Now,
That shit was
Austin
his
Theory did
soul.
try to get involved in this match, and he distracted, Bronson Reed a few times, which led to Gargano, I think, getting the upper hand and hitting the reverse pile driver a few times. And does he call that the Gargano driver when he jumps off the rope?
I don't know what the hell he calls it.
But anyway, he hit it a few times and got the win to retain his title.
Calls it I'm overrated. That's what
I'm sorry. It's called the One Final Beats. Whatever. Yeah.
I wish it was.
Dumb name.
I wish it was the final.
That's a fucking dumb name.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie there. I didn't know that's what
He's a
it's called.
dumb wrestler.
That is a terrible name.
Yeah. Well, like I said, once NXT goes to Tuesday,
He wrestled
it'll be
Jake
a lot
the
nicer.
Snake.
Yeah,
He did.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's something to be proud of.
It wasn't because I believe the first time Jake got arrested right after that shit.
Whoopsie.
Where's my mouse?
And was that the one where he whipped his dick out? One of the
No, he wasn't. No, he was wrestling JT. God rest JT.
Oh, JT.
But yeah, that's where JT had to. And that's when he pulled his dick out and started dropping the N-bomb in the middle of Cleveland, where the crowd was 90%.
Yeah.
You could have sprinkled salt on them; they would have looked like each face.
Yeah.
That's how many colored folk were there.
It was a lot.
All right, well, I guess we'll move on.
Lucky he's alive after that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's move on.
Yeah,
let's move
it
on.
may feel like we're blowing through this, but we're going to have a lot to say about this main event, I promise you. But the match that preceded the main event was a surprise to me. I thought it was going to go on last, but it was the NXT Championship. Finn Balor defending his title against Karrion Kross with Scarlett on the outside.
I have two things to say about that.
You guys care if I start this off?
Go
real
ahead.
Quick?
No, go ahead.
And basically, the only reason why I'm saying this is I heard you say that you were surprised that this was not the main event, and the only reason why it probably wasn't the main event is because nothing's going to follow that unsanctioned match.
Well, we were watching it
with all the
live.
spots and all the crazy shit they had planned. Nothing was going to be able to follow.
Well, and
I think that's the only reason why.
Yeah, last
And
night.
since I'm yakking my mouth, I'll just go ahead and say that again, under-delivered in my opinion.
Yeah.
I really didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to try to cut you off there, but
You're fine.
it was just one of those deals where last night I believe I mentioned I thought it would go on last because it was the title, but even we were watching the event live here, and I even said that after about less than a minute,
He was like,
of the main event, I fully understood why it did not go on last, and they made the right call, absolutely. So yeah, I actually thought Finn Balor in this match worked his butt off though.
Yeah, he wasn't. So Eric wasn't impressed with Karrion Kross.
Not in this
And
match.
the only thing I said about Karrion was like I didn't realize how big he fucking was. But then again, he's standing there with Ben Fowler.
And retake. Go.
Yo, tongue-tied dog catcher.
He's standing in the ring with Finn Balor.
It's
so
still
I was
the first week, ladies and gentlemen. We're trying to
But
figure
he's
this
like-
out.
He's what 6'4" or something. Like he's
Yeah,
big.
Cross 6'4", Finn's running max 5'11".
So I was like, oh.
Oh, we
But-
lied.
I liked Carrion, but the match, I don't know. It was like it was missing something for me. Like
Mhm.
Yeah, it
That
didn't.
makes-
To me, it didn't really have like that big spot.
no.
I mean, I like the spot where Finn Balor looked like he was going to win. He, hit him with the sling blade, then he drop kicked him into the corner a few times, then hit him with the coup de grace, and then there was the near fall. That was good. But again, most of that,
out though into an immediate chokehold. Like, I
yes,
thought
that was the coup de grace right there. Yeah, when he came out of that, he rolled over into a choke, and that was good. But that's mostly Finn doing that. But even so, Carrion was selling it. Don't get me wrong, but it was
What are
mostly.
you doing? Eating your finger?
Oh, checking my blood. It's 419. Holy shit,
bruh.
I'm close to diabetic coma.
It's like I'm sitting here and all I see is.
If I just fall,
I was
if I just fall out, you know why.
Did you just
Holy
take a
shit.
bump? Like what was that? Like he's like, we get that on my gum.
Oh, son, testing my blood.
All right,
That's
my
my
bad. Proceed.
I don't know where to go after
Extra
that.
blood, that's all.
It's like,
I'm just saying. I was like, what the hell?
boy, as a
But
moderator,
they
this
couldn't
is not
have a
easy.
lot of big- They couldn't have a lot of big spots in that because you don't want to take away with anything that they could have possibly had planned for. They were handcuffed.
Yeah.
That's the problem. They were handcuffed. I
Yeah,
think that unsanctioned match wasn't going to happen. You'd get a lot more out of them, but they were handcuffed.
Yeah.
yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not saying Ben. Jeez, why do I keep doing that? I'm not saying Balor
Finn.
It's
is
late.
bad or anything like that. I'm not even saying Karrion Kross is bad. I was just like that match was just like, you know what I mean? Like,
Something was definitely missing, and then,
yeah.
like Tony said, it was more than likely because of what.
What was
match
going
that
on next?
followed.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's fine. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I it very well could be the right decision to put it on Karrion Kross. I think we all kind of agreed that was going to happen.
I don't think Finn looks bad by losing that title.
No, of course not.
No,
No,
So-
Finn's going to be just fine. But
he's not hurt by it.
I just hope
No.
that now again, I know Karrion's been there for a bit now, and hopefully that he'll just have better matches moving forward as the champ. That's
I honestly think too, if he wouldn't have got hurt when he did, he would have been your champ going into this.
yeah, that's very
Probably.
possible. Yeah, it's very possible.
So-
Well, what could have been, but
Matter of fact, Finn could have been the one winning it because I'm
Yeah.
sure, like you said, he would have walked in with it, and Finn could have been the one taking it from him.
yeah. But that was not meant to be. Not this time.
We don't live in that reality.
But it'll be interesting.
Do you English?
Are you drunk tonight? Are you okay?
I don't even fucking know. Never mind. Move on.
Hable español, señor.
Por favor.
The next topic, please.
English? Do you speak it?
All right. Speaking, like I said, we're gonna have a lot to say about this main event, so we'll move on. What I think, I'll flat out say it. As much as I loved Walter and Ciampa, I don't know if Tony may not like this, but I thought this was better. I enjoyed the main event more. The unsanctioned match with Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole, to me, maybe a match of the year contender.
Again, like I said with Walter and Ciampa, it was a fight. It wasn't
Mhm, yeah.
necessarily a wrestling match. But like I said when we were talking about it when we were watching it, the distinct difference between the two was one being Walter and Ciampa. It's like there was something more behind it. It was personal and then some. There was no weapons in the sense of being used. They literally beat the hell out of each other.
Yeah, it was more of a traditional wrestling match.
Right. Yeah.
And then with Kyle and O'Reilly, they wanted to maim one another. So of
Yeah,
course weapons.
Like I told my mom, it's like I'm pretty sure I just witnessed two men try to kill each other for 40 minutes.
Mhm. Both very good matches in their own right. I just feel I got more enjoyment out of this match. I don't know. One had weapons. The other one was more old school. I mean, nothing wrong with either one. They were both great and to me classics. But I just felt that this one had a little more to it. It was over 40 minutes long, and to me, I know some people on
40-10.
I know some people on Twitter talk like it was maybe a little long, but to me, I thought it flowed well. It didn't feel slow in parts. So, and not to mention some of the stuff that was going on during the match, which we'll probably get into here in a minute too.
That stage
The
spot
thing with-
sucked my ass.
It's all
Like
right.
I said,
I mean,
two men trying to kill each other.
Had pros and cons. Both matches did.
Yeah.
They both told stories. They both had passion, fire. It was just, how do you prefer your story? You
Yeah.
prefer more action, high pace, more drama, more intensity.
Mhm.
I think, personally, out of my pick is Walter and Ciampa as the better match. I do think that Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole did go a little long. I mean, there's only so many times you can do such devastating things, and why haven't you been put away already?
Good point.
So
That's fair.
but it was still a very good match. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
Hats
but
off
we
to them
can-
guys. They
We
killed
can
each
say
other.
the same thing about Ciampa and Walter too. There was a lot of devastating things in there. It was like, one of you should be done at this point.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, there was devastating things, but it was nothing where
I think the difference is
Like a real
one
technique.
had weapons and the other one didn't. So when you implement weaponry into a match that like this, the cause for somebody to be out earlier on is amplified even more, because you're not only taking a beating from this person, but you're also getting smacked in the head with a chair, or you know what I'm saying? Like everything they used, some point was like, this should have been the end of the match.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Eric, you said it yourself. When they went through the stage, you said, I hope it doesn't end like this. But why wouldn't it? If
Well,
this was
I should clarify. What I meant was I didn't want it to end like in a no contest where they're just both laying under the stage. I was afraid it was going to be like they can't continue and that would be it. That would have been the wrong booking decision. I would have been so angry if they'd have done it. But if
but
they,
they could have.
yeah, you could have. But to me, I just wanted to see the winner, and I'm glad we did get a winner. So
But at that
I
point, though, this wasn't about who wins. They didn't care about who wins and who loses.
yeah.
This was a fight between these two.
Mhm.
So if it ended up being they went through this thing and like the doctors are like, look, as we already know, Kyle shouldn't be in here in the first place.
Yeah, that's
There's
what
no
I
way for him
said
to
when we're
continue.
watching it. Is like because I think it was either they mentioned it a lot after I pointed it out, but I think it was Wade Barrett mentioned like Kyle isn't medically cleared at all,
Right.
Mhm.
and it's like I told Eric and Brandon, it's like that right there, like that is exactly what I like to hear when it comes to storytelling. It's like there is a reason that this is unsanctioned. They gave a backstory. It's like he's not medically cleared by the doctors, but Kyle wants this match so damn bad that he's willing to say, fine, NXT, take your liability, shove it up your ass sideways. I'm fighting Cole.
Mhm. That's what I'm saying. So if they would have ended, and at that point too, they were going for damn near 30 minutes at that point.
Yeah.
Here's
You
the thing.
know?
Go back in your Rolodex of wrestling history. Back to ECW. Bam Bam Bigelow versus Taz. Taz was on Bigelow's back. He's got him locked in the Kaja Bay. The submission. Bam Bam steps back on the ramp. They go right through it. It's like the whole crowd's going nuts. Everyone's selling it. Then just finally you kind of see Bam Bam crawl out of the hole, drag Taz up there just enough to where he can pin him. Now, granted, neither one of those guys are as big as Bam Bam, but the ramp that they went through was more plywood. Cole and O'Reilly went through steel.
Yeah.
You could have very well, I mean, you could have ended it on that. And honestly, I think they should have because, okay, first of all, the chain that O'Reilly tried to wrap around his knee wouldn't stay up.
True.
You go through a knee drop from the top rope onto that chair. I mean, that was cool, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
that's what puts you away? After all this shit you've done to each other, that's what puts you away? Would have rather seen them do the ramp finish
Agreed. That would have been
from there
better.
than what
That's
they
fair.
used as a finish.
Oh,
If
God.
Kyle would have came off of the top of the skull like she did with that knee drop, and the ramp would have gave way like that.
No.
You don't think it
No,
would have
that
I would not
seems
use
way
that
too
same
fucking
spot.
unsafe.
Yeah, I mean the spot. Yes, I understand that, but I'm just saying if to that effect, if the knee drop was from something like that, it would have been more
If
like
he did it, yes, absolutely. But
I
wouldn't
just
do
had that
spot
night
2 nights
one.
in a row.
Yeah.
But
I agree that would have been one the better finish compared to the knee. However, I think I'll give you one better. Maybe the finish should have came from that crazy chain spot where they pulled it taut and Riley went through it like a Looney Tune. I popped on that so hard.
Fucking full commit to that.
I was like, Riley hit that with everything he had.
If you ended it after that, I'd have been
He
like,
fucking committed it.
that was the
You know
best.
it.
I even think
that-
when Kyle hit the last. I'm fucking up over here. When Kyle hit the last shot on Adam Cole, like you could have even ended it there.
Yo, but how many times a wrestler got beat with their own move though?
man, I mean,
It's happened, but I don't think very much.
It doesn't happen often from my.
Yeah.
oh, it don't.
It doesn't, but I mean,
I think it would have been fitting for the story.
Yeah,
it
it was
more insult to injury at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah,
But yeah, that could have absolutely been the finish. Maybe do it later on in the match, but that was such a sick spot. I can't think. Honestly,
I was like, I don't know how he got back up from that. It's like,
Dude, he went for it. Like when he hit the ropes and he came back, and I was like, "Yo, that's about to."
That I will say, hands down, that is the best chain spot I think I've ever seen. I can't think of one better.
I have to agree.
I mean,
no.
I about came out of my
fact,
seat.
I'm changing my opinion. That should have been the finish.
Yeah,
I mean,
That should have been the finish.
If you'd have built to that, and
Cole
yeah,
take it.
Have Cole take it. That'd have sucked ass.
I mean, and they did a lot of stuff on the outside,
It was a
like
great
the brain buster on the table that didn't even budge. First of all,
yeah, no.
that led to the television on the outside or the monitor that looked like it had some heavy weight to it, and he just cracked O'Reilly in the head with it. It looked like he just dropped it on his head. That would have done it for me too.
When he did the brain buster, there's something that was on that table next to the monitor, and Cole's back landed directly on it. It was like a big, like square metal box.
Yeah,
and I was like, "That's no way that fucking felt good."
God no.
And that doesn't even excuse, or you can't even look past the fact that they were laying in all these kicks and forearms and anything they were legit throwing them at each other. I mean, which is
the bar
the best
fight
stuff.
situation, the barstool fight situation where they were sitting across from each other. When Kyle kicked him the first time, like that was he straight kicked Cole in the
straight kicked him.
I was expecting some slaps or something. He just went right for the foot.
The 3 forearms that he threw were just solid as shit, dude.
I mean, and much like the Walter and Ciampa match, they were just laying them in. Weren't pulling any punches.
Yo, Tom, what's happening?
Tom's like, I won't be part of the podcast.
Yeah,
he's sitting in the window. It's time for a neighborhood watch.
Does he judge people like Sgt. Pepper's does?
Yeah, they do. They all judge.
Judgy.
I mean, that's just what cats do, though.
I mean, what did Tom think of the match? I mean, come on, he's got to have an opinion.
Tom is watching people now.
Tom took a big healthy shit during the match. Honestly, it
sounds like he was watching Monday Night Raw. Then I mean, he's not the show for this,
Best of the Bucks. Yeah, it was Best of Young Bucks on.
Bruh.
That hurt your soul, didn't it?
Nah,
killing the business.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they have.
Bro.
But
anyways, we're not talking about.
Yeah, we're talking NXT. We'll get into AEW a little bit more once we start going weekly. I think as a panel, we'll discuss them here and there.
It's fine.
But
Tony's like, I don't want to be here for that.
Overall, I enjoyed this match.
Yeah,
it was a good match. It was a really good match.
It was just crazy.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say it was just crazy how we were touting Walter and Ciampa, and all of a sudden we were thinking, there may not be another match that good, and then all of a sudden the very next night, another one just as superb, if in my opinion maybe even a little more superior. But that's left for debate. They're both outstanding in their own right. So
they both got their merits for it.
Yeah,
but that chain spot was legit, man.
Oh,
it just comes down to personal flavors, whether you like chocolate or vanilla, coffee or tea.
Right.
And in my opinion, they were both great, and I'm taking Ciampa. But hey, man,
do you like your more traditional wrestling match or two men trying to kill each other for 40 minutes?
I think we can maybe all agree, though, as of right now, nothing the rest of this weekend is topping Walter and Ciampa or Cole and O'Reilly. I don't think anybody on the main roster can do it.
Trying to think of what match could do it, and I don't
think there will be one.
Not to sway our listeners to not come back for our reviews of those shows. But
here's the thing, though. But that's not to say that Cesaro and Rollins won't be good.
Agreed.
Cesaro Rollins could do it, and Daniel Bryan, Edge, and Reigns.
Yeah.
Those are the two matches that have the possibility of.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I
I'm
think
not saying they will,
And I
but those
think-
are the only.
Sasha and
They
Belair
have
could
the
be
better-
good, but that's not going to be.
I don't think it'll be like
Oh,
that.
yes, I'm
No.
sorry. Yes.
I mean, if they let them go like the old NXT takeovers where the women would be outstanding, that
Yeah.
I mean, it could be good, but I just don't see it topping it though. But
No.
but yeah, that's.
But hey, we could be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I hope so. I would love to be proven wrong on that.
Yo, Tom's just right there with it. Like,
It's his podcast. Let's be honest.
Tom
mean-
was like, I'm out.
You know, we need to get like
Dipping.
some sponsors for
Tom.
cat food or something. You know, pay us. You know.
Meow. They're like, we don't care about y'all. Just put Tom in the video.
So where do you? I mean, just to follow up on what we talked about last night, or the night whenever we previewed tonight. I originally thought Adam Cole might be debuting on Raw on Monday. If that happens now, I'm going to be so mad because there's no way, unless, like Damon said, if he comes out in a wheelchair or he's on crutches or something, that's one thing. But even then, I think that it should not happen this quick now.
He shouldn't show up 100% okay. Not
Better
after
be the
that.
new
Oh, hell
Monday
no.
Night Messiah, Jesus himself, because that's the only way he should walk it after this.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, but I mean, I still think he could go to the main roster. I mean, it clearly looked like they were writing him off NXT TV for a bit.
You know what?
So-
You know what? Fucking couple vignettes
Yeah.
for 2 weeks,
Mhm.
and then he shows up.
Yeah.
Speaking of vignettes, has everybody seen that dumb fucking dog running around for Frankie Monet?
I mentioned
AKA
that.
No.
Valkyrie,
He said
Valkyrie, whatever
something
the fuck her
about
name is.
that.
Yeah, I noticed whoever it was
Same
wearing
shit.
furry shoes or furry boots.
It's gonna be
Well, if the dog ain't the one debuting, I'm gonna be pissed because I have more fucking interest in that dog than I do her dumbass.
wait. It's a chick.
with the name Frankie.
Yeah, it's Taya Valkyrie. Valkyrie.
Oh, really?
Frankie
Oh,
Monet
yeah.
is her new gimmick because there's a girl
Yeah,
in NXT UK with the last name. Valkyrie.
Okay, I'm glad
That's
you
right,
played.
I
It's
did
Johnny
hear about
Nitro.
that.
Johnny Nitro.
Oh,
Okay.
Johnny.
Yes,
Nitro.
Frankie Monet.
I
Well,
thought
Is
it was
Taya
a dude.
Valkyrie, Johnny Mercury.
Well, we'll have to discuss her debut, which is next Tuesday night, actually, on the debut of NXT on Tuesday. So we'll get into that next week when we review those shows. Any thoughts on where Kyle O'Reilly goes from here?
The hospital.
Well, after that.
The home.
Once he
the
recovers.
rest.
Yeah.
Once he recovers and comes back.
Do you think he challenges Karrion Kross, or do you think they will hold off on that?
Not yet. Not right away. No.
Yeah.
No.
I kind of agree with that.
Hell, I even
He's not
put
going to
him.
go anywhere, though.
No,
No,
no.
I put him in a feud with Gargano.
Either him or see where Roderick Strong lies in the whole thing, and
Bobby Fish.
yeah, whether him and Bobby stay together. Which I
Get
don't think they
Redragon
will.
back.
I know you
I
mentioned
don't
he.
think they will.
Was.
I don't think they will. I think we're gonna see Kyle go solo, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm perfectly okay.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I know you said I think you mentioned he wrestled Finn Balor, but that'd be something else I'd like to see again, probably.
Dude, that shit was crazy. You better watch that shit.
I'll have to go
He's not
back.
a guy that needs a mouthpiece, though, man. I mean, he's a great. The ring, he's great in the ring, but he needs a mouthpiece. He's not a fucking
that's
great
true.
interview
No.
by any, and he's not entertaining. I mean, other than he's a badass. That's cool and everything, but that can get you so far. He's about as fucking entertaining as passing a kidney stone.
I've been there. I don't. Yeah. I've done that 3 times. I don't want to do that no more.
Damn, bro, you gotta change it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
you.
It's been a while now.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, but
Kidneys,
Drink more
garbage, bro.
yeah.
Need more water.
Trying. But
That high quality H2O.
But if that's how entertaining he is, oh
Yes,
yeah, he does need work.
but his in ring though,
His in ring, yeah, it's fantastic.
Mm.
But like I said, that can only get you so far.
and like I said, the whole thing with Ricochet, his in ring is great, but his mic skills was shit.
That's why you don't see him no more.
Any other thoughts on where any other NXT talent could be going that you might be interested in talking about?
I hope nowhere. Like I would rather NXT stay NXT. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree with that. I've noticed a little bit over the last few months since they were competing with AEW on the same night that it felt like to me that some of the booking decisions that NXT was doing felt main roster-ish to some degree, not all of them, but there were a few things like I thought, okay, maybe because they're competing. I hope that some of that goes back to way NXT usually books now that they're on Tuesday and they don't have any direct competition. But
yeah. But like I said, I think NXT should just stay NXT.
Right. Don't try to be something else.
But stop taking wrestlers and leave them there.
Yeah.
Some of them are thriving where they are.
To me, it's not a developmental brand as they think it is. To me, it's the third main show. It should be the number one show, in my opinion.
At one point, yes, it was. It was a developmental show that, but eventually it grew legs on its fucking own.
Yeah.
Man, I don't even want you talking about growing legs. If someone starts growing legs or birds fly out of a motherfucker's ass on NXT, I'm done.
It's not
watching shit anymore.
As some of the booking decisions, as bad as they got on NXT a couple times, they're nowhere near Monday Night Raw level with CG birds flying out of flip flops. So we ain't crossed that line yet.
Booking is on a level of its own.
Nobody's got train noises. Things. Nobody's playing game nights in the middle of the ring, or
I will say this, and
dumping goo on people's heads
during that match too,
or throwing up goo. I can go all night.
The aesthetic look of NXT.
Yeah,
I love that look.
Well, we mentioned that during the show tonight, how it looked like an indie show where, like, yes, everybody was behind glass due to the pandemic, but they had like this barbed wire fencing and the lighting was low. It just, I know some people may not find that aesthetic pleasing because they're, they prefer like the main roster.
No, I like it.
To me, this feels more like a wrestling old school, like, arena that you used to shoot in, like ACW style, or just, I don't know. It just had this extra feel to it.
I like the way it looks because it looks like we're not supposed to be here.
It's not the Thunderdome. The Thunderdome looks too fake, and I get it. It's not. I mean, they're doing the best to a degree they can with, the pandemic. But NXT's got
the money to make it look better.
Right, and the crowd, and NXT's got a small crowd. It sounds way better than any sort of piped-in noise you could possibly make.
Yeah.
So I don't care what kind of noises you want to throw in there. It's not going to make the show better.
Yeah, because even with the small amount of live crowd they had during this event,
the live crowd brings an aspect to wrestling that is missing right now without a live crowd.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. Like that Kyle, the O'Reilly Cole match would have felt completely different if there was no live crowd there.
Mm-hmm.
In fact,
go
ahead.
One critique about that Kyle O'Reilly match in Adam Cole. Referee was trash. Okay, he was down for a hot minute. I thought he was dead.
Cole. And you know how pro wrestling refs are? They're made of glass.
I thought he was dead. Okay, my man wasn't moving.
They made of glass.
Cole called that man stupid so many times.
Which is great.
You had one job.
You have one job.
My only problem was he took that shot and he went out, and then in a non-sanctioned match, he still gets up. He professional as hell, doesn't do a thing to Adam Cole. Just kind of like, I get it. There's no DQs and stuff, but it's like if you punch me in the mouth, I'm gonna get up
in your face and poke you in the chest.
Don't just forget about it like it didn't happen.
What do you think you're doing?
But
I like he was watching Django. Kyle O'Reilly or Adam Cole was what's that white dude name?
I didn't see
Leo DiCaprio. That's what I felt like. It's terrible. Fucking that man like that.
And then Jamie Foxx was the slave. That's what you said. No,
it wasn't even. I don't know, man. It was just weird. Talk to him, and then like Eric said,
he started yelling.
Fuck that. Should have. I will.
But you did it though. So why you mad at him? Like you did it. It just made me laugh.
Why didn't you wake yet?
I was like, why? And then he's like pushing him, and I'm like, he gonna fall out the ring, and then he really ain't. Get it.
I will say, I thought we were talking small details earlier. The referee had a black shirt on, black pants. To me, it just kind of gave a little aesthetic to, hey, this doesn't count. This is non-sanctioned. It's just the little things like that I appreciate so much when it comes to my wrestling.
What about Kyle O'Reilly's one kick out where like it was 1-2 and then he just barely.
That was great.
I thought that was good.
Yeah, we all popped for that too when we were watching it. It was just like that's a small little detail. Like okay,
again, Kyle O'Reilly took a fucking beating, and his back is gonna feel like shit tomorrow.
It's gonna look like shit tomorrow.
That too. He gonna have some big ass bruises.
Enjoying that ice bath.
That's one of them situations where you just lay in bed like I'm calling in, chief.
You called up the promoter the next day. I need a raise, fam. Yeah. Like, come on.
We're gonna have to add some more.
I need more money.
But getting back to two, we were talking about the crowd there. The one thing, regardless of whether any other match can top any of these matches that we saw the last two nights on Saturday and Sunday, I am most looking forward to fans at least being in attendance. I'm just excited to see how that goes for the first time, and
especially during WrestleMania, because like I said, crowds bring a certain amount of energy to.
Oh yeah, like it's very clear that was the one thing missing from wrestling for the past year.
Yep. So it is. It makes everything more like. What's the word I'm looking for here? Entertaining again, because like I said, they bring a certain energy.
They're a part of the show.
And then when the crowd, energy hits, and then the wrestlers feed off of that energy, you get way more out of it than just an empty fucking stadium.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And since it's been over a year since we've been able to have that or so, they should be extra amped. WrestleMania crowds are always hot anyway. Hopefully we'll get enough crowd to show up to be just as hot as they normally are. I know it's going to be, not a full capacity. I don't think it's going to be a lot of people, I think, from what I hear. But
oh, shit. And I also think Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens could be good.
Good.
As long as Logan Paul doesn't do any fucking thing.
He will.
They're going to book him to do something.
That's just going to piss me off, man.
There's a lot of special appearances. Like we have 2 celebrities involved in matches. We've got at least 2 live performances, Big E, and we got one for Rhea Ripley. And then of course, the normal, America the Beautiful and all that stuff. There's a lot of stuff they're throwing at the wall here, including, which I think we ought to at least touch upon. I know it's not a big thing yet. We could talk about it more probably, on our reviews for the show, but the fact that it looks like they're going to have Big E versus Apollo Crews in a Nigerian drum fight they announced. Which any thoughts on that real quick before we end?
Somebody doesn't come out going, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wakanda forever.
I mentioned it earlier. I was like, it feels like somebody watched Black Panther backstage and says, all right, do that gimmick. Let's, that scene where Black Panther has to earn the mantle, do that in the ring.
Here's the thing. Like I said, Black Panther, that whole scene was taken from actual tribes in Africa that do shit.
Agreed.
They got flowers to make them superpowered?
No, fucker. The actual fight, though.
They probably believe that.
Yeah.
Actually happens. So
I want to drink that. Be the white tiger.
It wouldn't be far-fetched to assume that this is a legitimate thing that happens in Nigeria. But will it be made into some cartoon shit? Yes, probably.
I half expect a bunch of, people on the outside with drums or something, just during the I don't know. That's just my, visualization of it.
Listen, if Apollo Crews isn't dressed like Killmonger and Big E isn't dressed up as fucking Black Panther, then I ain't watching.
Now, I assume tomorrow night on SmackDown, which we're going to do a review for as well, we're going to get the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. We're going to get the women's.
Nobody cares about that.
We're going to get the women's tag team turmoil to set up. Well, that may be Saturday, actually. But we're going to get some setup for WrestleMania 2. I got a feeling they're going to do this Nigerian drum fight.
Apollo Crews walk up to Stephanie McMahon and go, "Hi, Auntie. I'm going to be pissed." Remember when Killmonger did that when he walked in to fight?
Yeah, that was a great scene. Did he wave too? I can't remember if he kind of did this little
I think he waved.
Yeah, a little.
I think he did. Yeah.
Hey, Auntie.
Some big black dude don't come back on the back and go Umbutu. I don't give a shit.
Well, and I get that's the Nigerian accent stuff, but every time Apollo Crews talks, all I can think of is Black Panther. I mean, I know that sounds bad or whatever. I don't know, but I just kind of.
Eric, I want to ask you to calm down your racism there for a minute.
No, I'm not trying. But
we're trying to make money. We kind of want to get monetized later in life, so
I need you to check your.
Nothing against anybody. It's just, buddy. I mean,
I ain't getting monetized.
I mean, all you gotta do is look at Twitter. It's the same thing. I mean, everybody thinks.
I'm just saying, brother.
How many people on Twitter do you think is going to make that comparison though?
All
of them. Oh, yeah.
Every last one of them.
Yeah.
29 minutes ago, DMX's manager confirms he is still alive.
Oh, good.
Oh, you bunch of bitches. Why
There's another incident like that. oh fuck, I forgot who it was, but they like someone in the family or a friend said, oh, they had died, and then their manager's like, yeah, no, they're still alive.
No, God.
Well, I'm glad to
I
hear
forgot
that.
who it was, but it was like earlier this year.
Yeah, we got that, news, or we thought was news, right before we recorded. So I'm glad to hear that. Hopefully that's not true. But I'm sure there'll be conflicting
Sean
reports
Ross
all night
Sapp's
long.
feeling like an idiot right now.
Yeah, Sean Ross Sapp wrote "R.I.P. DMX," and then literally not about what a minute or two later deleted it, and then gets onto Twitter and people on Twitter for making it trend. I'm like, dude, you just tweeted. I'm sure he thought people didn't see it, but we were.
Just did it.
It's like, come on, man. I mean, nothing against Sean Ross, but it's like.
Are we gonna have segments where we call out wrestling Twitter?
Yes.
Oh, we could do a whole show on that.
Yes.
I mean,
that's how we'll get our names out there.
If you want to go down that route, do you want to talk about Kobe, Seth Rollins, crapping on the fans again, talking about they don't know what they want?
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah, like he's not wrong.
He's really not wrong.
Yeah.
Or the fans are so
As like
fickle.
for the most part, anytime he brings up something like that with the fans, as long as he doesn't bring his fucking paycheck into it, I typically would agree.
All right, if we're
He's
going to
not
talk wrestling Twitter, then let's talk about my favorite two little twinks, the Young Bucks, talking about, please don't hurt my feelings on Twitter. We're just going to go away. We're bad guys now, but we don't want you to talk bad about us because we have feelings and we're snowflakes.
No, that didn't happen.
I must have
Legit.
missed something. I didn't
It's
see this.
legit. The bullshit.
Well, I mean, I don't doubt it. I just,
Bullshit. Pull up the tweet. Young Bucks said, please refrain from any negativity or toxicity from what happened tonight, or we'll leave Twitter again for a while.
really.
Are you that much
They've
of
done
a
that, but I
fucking
know they've
pansy?
done that before.
Well, and there's a big topic of conversation that a lot of wrestlers are just soft to criticism now. Now, like we said though, some fans don't know what they want. I think there are some fans who do know what they want.
No,
Not all of them.
No, because even the ones that say they know what they want, moments after they get what they want, that's not what they wanted.
Well,
They
there
would've
is a
never
lot of that. I'm not gonna lie.
People actually try to stab heels
Yeah.
or kill them during.
Yeah, 23
They never
hours ago.
survived.
Here's a fucking tweet about it. If so, we'll unfortunately delete our Twitter account again.
Yeah, I'm seeing
Thank
it.
you. Have a great night. Fuck
Well,
out of here.
I mean,
But they're supposed to be heels, right?
yeah,
You're
that's
supposed to
all.
be heels.
That ain't kayfabe
Like-
at all. They're just
No, and here's the thing. We all give Nia jack shit, right? All the fans do.
Yeah.
She handles it like a heel
Yo.
should.
Yeah, she
Fuck
actually
it, I
takes it
don't
in
care.
stride.
Look,
I'll give her
Say
credit.
whatever
I
y'all
don't give
want.
a shit.
Like her
I don't
TikTok
care.
be popping, son. I be watching Nia Jack's TikTok. That shit be killing me.
She'll. I've seen many tweets on Twitter. It's like, and so I don't
Yeah,
give a shit.
her TikTok be jumping, brother.
Look. If you ain't, I won't swear, but if you ain't banging me, paying my bills, or cooking me dinner, it don't matter what you think, partner.
Yeah.
All right, plain and simple.
Yeah,
Keep it fucking pushing. Keep it
And I
100.
feel-
Who gives a shit.
Go to bed.
like I don't know all that much about the Young Bucks, but I'm assuming for the most part they've been majority faces.
They've
their
kind of.
entire careers.
It's
They've
weird
gone
the way
back
they
and forth.
booked them. Like they've had a big show to where they've heel turd, babyface, heel turd. I think that needs to stop. I agree.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is like the way they're responding to the criticism or the hatred they're getting for being heels now would indicate like they're not used to it
hmm
and they don't like it.
Either that or they get it all the time and they're just they think like kind of like Seth and maybe nobody could just enjoy what they're given.
It's like until you get in the ring, stop fucking criticizing me.
But then their daddy came to Twitter and came to their aid. Come on, dude. It just
You mean
Jesus,
Kenny Omega
you are
did?
the biggest.
Video, but,
Yeah.
eh.
And what's up with him and talking about 69 and Don Callis in the ring on TV?
He was making fun. Did you see what it was about? He was making fun of
Oh, I just
the barbed wire death match that didn't go right. At the very end of it,
Right.
Eddie Kingston covers Moxley to save him from what was supposed to go off and didn't. And I guess the following Dynamite, Kenny was making fun of Eddie, and so he lays down in the ring and he's like, "Don, jump on top of me, save 69 me," which. I don't know if he needed to go that far, but yeah, that was the whole point of why he did it, though. It wasn't,
Well, I mean, there is a video clip of him sticking him wrestling another man in Japan, both of them in nothing but cups, and him sticking a finger in the guy's asshole while he's perched on the top rope. So, I mean, there's that. Fuck out of here.
Well, I don't think we can top that. That might be a good place to end it, since we're kind of just.
I love how Damon just goes.
But that's none of my business.
Nope.
You sip that tea, Kermit. Yeah.
Oh my God.
No comment.
Yeah. Anyway, so I guess we'll end the stream there. We'll probably be back tomorrow for the SmackDown review leading into WrestleMania, and then we'll be doing reviews after night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania, and then we'll be taking a little bit of a break to start to go weekly, probably the end of every week at some point. We're still trying to iron out all the details, but if the panel doesn't have anything else to say, I guess we'll move on tonight.
I told you.
What's that?
I'm gonna be whipping. I said I told y'all last night. I'm gonna be whooping their ass every chance I get, just every damn time until they get better. I want improvement. I know they can do it.
I will never begrudge anybody on this panel for having an opinion, as long as we're all respectful. That's all cool. So but anyhow. Yeah,
you can see a little part of Eric died when you said that shit.
No, I agree. They deserve criticism at times too. They're not beyond reproach. I'm not one of those fans, because that's the thing. There's fans on WWE, AEW, any company who will apologize for every little thing, regardless of whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
I'm not like that. If the criticism, I know you guys know, but I'm letting the listeners know. I will criticize when they deserve it as well. So I'll do that for
Go to bed.
All right, guys. Well, remember if you like what you saw here, please comment and like this video and hit the subscribe button. Also, if you need to find us, look for us on Facebook at 3-Star Pod and on Twitter at 3-Star Podcast 1. And until next time, later, guys.